I got onto the chat app for Roku's there to get some help with what's happening with the app. Okay, there, and the chat went only so far and said, I can't help you anymore. I'm going to connect you with a live agent. Upon being connected with a live agent, somebody clearly hacked in, pretending to be a live agent. I'm talking with these people. I'm giving them information in regard to what is going on with the app, etc., and so on. And before I know it, I'm watching on my screen all kinds of information going by very quickly that shouldn't even be my bank accounts, my Facebook accounts, all the stuff that is my private stuff. Okay? So what they ended up doing was not even allowing me. This was on the Roku support chat. Okay? And I became alarmed because I got a text saying that I approved a $1,000 gift card from Home Depot, which I never did. Okay. And so I headed out to the bank because I wanted them to close my accounts and reissue new numbers. All the information that was totally private was read by these people on the quote unquote Roku support app or Roku support team, live agent. As soon as I got to the bank, I couldn't even disengage this call. They would not even allow me to hang it up. I had to disengage my battery in order to get them off the phone. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, I did. I went into the bank and right away, one of the bank managers heard me and said, let's go. I'm taking care of this right now. And within 5 minutes, she changed my accounts, but there was so many breaches of privacy to those accounts. The money was shifted around. All kinds of things were happening. The bank got all of it back except for the gift card, which they actually replaced that money into my account 2 days later because they refused payment on it. And that evening, I had called Home Depot warning them that this particular gift card, which I actually got a confirmation on my text with numbers, code numbers, et cetera, and so on. I said, this was a scam. I did not order this. And please, can you do something about it? They said, yes, we can stop payment on it, which clearly they didn't do because it went through. So then the next morning I called Roku and informed them that each of the numbers they list for their support does not appear on the return number that I was talking with, and that Roku is being hacked by people into their chat support. And so the woman says, oh yeah, we know. And I said, okay, so what are you doing about it? She says, well, we can put a red flag on your complaint. I said, that's all you're doing about it? She said, there's nothing else we can do about it. I said, I really don't think so. I said, and this call is over. And then I removed the app entirely from my computer, from my phone, from anything, from my TV, everything. I'm not even using them ever again. My advice would be make sure that you call corporate, not getting in on any chat app, because they can be easily hacked. And if the companies already know this and they're not doing anything about it, don't get on any chat support ever. Call corporate, because that is the only place that you're going to get anything done, if they'll do anything, where you're not going to get hacked by anybody. And like I said, the phone number, and I've got it still yet on my phone, it was 1 hour and 15 minutes. that these guys were not releasing my phone. And, what do you do in that case? That is totally getting hacked. And then the company knows about it and they put a red flag on your account. No, sorry, that's not enough, first of all. Or perhaps even at corporate, they absolutely know this is going on. Okay. And I'm sorry. There is literally, in this day and age, no trust to be put into anything you have to access online. Anything. I'm not even putting my bank account on online access because, first of all, I have to change everything. My phone number that I've had for 25 years, my email address that I've had for about 35 years, and everybody else has as well that I need to keep contact with. So in order for me to have online banking, I have to change every single bit of my online presence, every single bit of it. And I'm not going to do that. I mean, we got along just fine in the days when we kept check registers. And, it does allow you on the online banking to make other changes that just having things in your checkbook register doesn't. I can bypass every bit of that in order to keep these creepy people out of my private money business, and then when the companies that are supposed to be, integral in that way, they give you an answer like, yes, we know we're being hacked, and what are you doing about it? Well, we'll red flag. That's the extent of what they'll do. That's crazy. I think that is inept. I think it has absolutely no business value at all. And I'm just, like I said, trust nothing for online presence. Even this particular interview was really questionable with how it was handled between yesterday and today. The apps, the links I was sent, 2 of them sent me to places where I canceled, which I didn't do. Or the request I'm asking for, the event has been canceled. None of that was done by me, ever. So I don't know what goes on with the online stuff, but it's not secure. I don't care what they say. I don't care Norton. I don't care about all these, safety apps that you put on. I don't care about any of them. They all seem to have a flaw, every single one of them. So this is my advice at that point. Don't get support online. I have been helped from time to time by chat apps, and all I was doing to connect with Roku was to find out if there was something I needed to change in my preferences in order to have that app run accurately. That's all I was calling for. And I ended up in dire straits, with my finances. Every single one of them was compromised. So, I'm when you don't trust what people tell you you should trust, don't listen to that either. Trust your gut. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. And yes, I am pissed. I'm pissed that I have to, compromise as many amenities as I have been easily able to access before. But I also find out that a lot of other people with algorithmic smarts can absolutely access that too. And it's a horrifyingly scary world when that happens completely. I can't tell you, I go to a store I've never been in before. I get a text on the way back to my car, leaving wherever it was I went to. How did you enjoy your trip? How the heck did they find me? Yeah, okay, your phone has GPS. What makes them think it's okay to get in on that and annoy the crap out of you by letting you know that they're watching? This is a big brother world. This is something that we're reading as science fiction. And here it is. It's our reality now. It's very scary. I don't like it at all. Some people may have never had the issue with it. I have. And I can tell you right now, I am not a singular incident. I speak up where I find other people will just swallow it and let it be. And I think that's just equally as wrong as those people who hack you, because then nobody finds out what to look for or what to look out for or what to not actually engage yourself in. And, like I said, I speak up. I don't have people tapping me on the shoulder going, you shouldn't really say those things, or no, I'm sorry. Yes, you should. Plain and simple. So that's the extent of this for me. I don't even want to deal with them. So I totally, completely took their app and their information off of every device it was on. If that's how they're going to be dealing with people hacking in on their chat lines, they don't have much interest. Sorry. What they're really interested in is those people who will sign up and pay every month. That's it.